An Ill Wind was first published on January 2nd, 1919 in the Use Companion. Keep in mind that when this story was written, adjusting for inflation, $100 would equal about $1,500 today. The term ill wind is said to show that even in a very bad situation, there must have some good results by benefiting someone or something, or a calamity for one person usually benefits somebody else. Let's welcome Don Purdy and Ill Wind. And Ill Wind, Don Purdy.
Phone call from Mr. Morgan. So the man hanging up the wallpaper put his tools down and went to answer the phone. At the same time, a buzzer on Tommy's desk went off, and the young man stood up and went through a door that said private into the manager's office. And Mr. Gregory, the manager, hands him a check and says, "Please deposit this immediately." So Tommy goes back to his desk, puts the paperweight on the top of the check, and then gets his jacket on so he can go outside. At the same time, Miss Bobbitt hoists up the window, and a blustering wind comes in, and he picks a bottle of paper and throws it in the air like a ticker tape parade. "Somebody shut that window, now!" So Miss Bobbitt shut that window with a great big bang, and the paper slowly comes back down. Of course, Tommy's first thought is, where's the check? It's not where he left it. It's not, if he can't find it around his desk or under the desk. He gets a few other co-workers to help look for that. No luck. Finally, he goes over to Miss Green, who is the cashier, and tells him his predicament. "I know something about that check," he says. "It's from a bad account, and when it arrived today, Mr. Gregory was a little bit suspicious. So he called the bank, and the bank said to deposit it immediately before the account became overdrawn. And it's unlikely that this account will replace the check. More likely, they'll probably say it's our fault for losing the check and use it as an excuse for not making the payment. And then the spur will be out $96.26. So you got to find the check." So Tommy goes in to see Mr. Gregory, and he said, and Mr. Gregory says, "What? You haven't been to the bank yet, and you lost the check? Go find that check, and don't come back until you find it." So Tommy goes back to his desk, pretty well discouraged, and Miss Green comes up, pulls up a chair and says, "Tommy, I know you're discouraged, and they feel like quitting, but don't. Let me tell you something that not a single soul knows except Mr. Gregory. About 2 years ago, Freddie had your position, and he was waiting for me to count the money before he took the money to be deposited in the bank. And on top of the pile, I put a $100 bill. When Freddie saw that, he said, 'Miss Green, are you going to faint with all that money? Here, let me give you some fresh air.' And turn the fan on and puts it in her face. But the wind picks up that $100 bill and is never seen again. And when Freddie found out that it was not ever found, he was never seen again. So I don't want you to quit. Keep on whether you find that check or not. Thanks, Miss Green, that's helpful." So Miss Green goes back to her cage, and Tommy goes back to his work. He had a pile of work to do. It'll take him to the wee hours of the morning to get all his work done before he can even look for the check. Finally, about 1:30 in the morning, he's all done, so now he can look for the check. So he pushes each desk aside and looks underneath it, pulls the desk back in place, he picks up every wastebasket, goes through it, and puts it back down. Still no check. Finally, he's covered every desk in the office. The only place now to look is behind the file cabinet. So he goes over to the file cabinet, pulls it out from the wall, and he hears a crack. He looks down, and there's a little crack between the wall and the floorboard. So he gets something put in that crack. He goes along, and he finds a little envelope. Then he goes in about 3 feet further, and he pulls an outcomes out. And he can't believe his eyes. What he has in his hand is a crisp $100 bill. Wow, but he's too tired to really get excited about that, because he hasn't found what he's after, it's just a check. So he goes, finishes up that crap, then goes, falls down in that chair, head in his hands, and not really sure what to do next. He eyes kind of glaze over. Suddenly, eyes narrow, he sees something, he steps forward. In the wallpaper, there is a rectangle brown spot. So he gets his pocket knife, cuts the top, side, and bottom, and then pulls the wallpaper back, and there's a check. So he gets the check and sits down again with a sigh of relief. Then the phone rings, and it's Mr. Gregory. How you doing, Tommy? Have you found the check yet? Yes, Mr. Gregory. It was behind the wallpaper. Apparently when Miss Bobbitt opened up the window, the wind blew it to the wall and it stuck on the wallpaper. And then when they put the wallpaper up, they didn't see the check. But Mr. Gregory, guess what else I found? The $100 bill that Miss Green lost 2 years ago. Well, good job, Tommy. You know, if Miss Bobbitt hadn't opened that window, well, you know that old proverb, an ill will does no one good.